Good evening, myself Chandanji. Today I am explaining about topic linear programming problems. Let's see what the meaning of linear programming problem. The linear programming problem is a problem that is concerned with finding the optimal value of the given linear function. The optimal value can be either maximum value or minimum value. Here the given linear function is considered an objective function. Linear programming is a process that is used to determine the best outcome of linear function. It is the best method to perform the linear optimization by making a free simple assumptions. The linear function is known as objective function. Real world relationships can be extremely complicated. However, linear programming can be used to depict and such relationships, thus making it easier to analyze them. Linear programming is used in many industries such as energy, telecommunication, transportation, and manufacturing. These articles uh, sheds light on the various aspects. Linear programming, such as the definition, formula, methods to solve problem using these techniques, and associated linear programming examples. Linear programming definition. Linear programming can be defined as a technique that is used for optimizing a linear function in order to reach the best outcome. This linear function or objective function consists of linear equality and linear constraints. We obtain the best outcome by minimizing or maximizing the objective function. Linear programming example. Suppose a postman has to deliver 6 letters in a day from the post office located at A to different houses U, V, W, Y, Z. The distance between the house is indicated on the line as given in the image. If the postman wants to find the shortest route that will be enable him to deliver the letters as well as save the fuel, then it becomes a linear programming problem. Thus, LP will be used to get the optimal solution with will be shortest route in the exam in this example. Linear programming formula. Objective function z is equal to ax by by. Constraints cx plus dy is lesser than e fx plus gy lesser than h. Non-negativity restrictions. The steps to solve the linear programming problems are given below. Step 1, identify the decision variable. Step 2, formulate the objective function. Check whether the function needs to be minimized or maximized. Step 3, write down the constraints. Step 4, ensure the decision variables are greater than or equal to 0. Step 5, solve the linear programming problem using either the simple or graphical method. Let us study about the methods in detail in the following sections. Problem on linear programming. An electronic company is engaged in the production of two components, C1 and C2. Their C1 company cost is 5 in wages and 5 in materials. while unit 2 costs C2 costs company 25 in wages and 15 in materials. The company sell both products on one period credit times, but company labor and material expenses must be paid in cash. The selling price of C1 is 30 per unit and C2 is that 70 per unit. Because the strong monopoly of the company, these components is accumulate that the company can sell at prevailing prices as many units as it products. The company has availability in each period of 2000 hours of machine time and 1400 hours of assembly time. The production of each C1 require 3 hours of machine time and 2 hours of assembly time, where production of each C2 and C2 requires 2 hours of machine time and 3 hours of assembly time. Formulate the model of LPP. Let's see. Solution: decision variable x1 is equal to c1, x2 is equal to c2. Objective function: z max is equal to 10 into 30 into 1 plus 70 into 2. Constraints: the constraints 3 into 1 plus 2 into 2, 200. Assembly constraints: 2 into 1 plus 2 into 1 uh, lesser than 1400. Non-negativity: x1 x2 lesser than 0.